Hello, welcome to our family room Christmas tour. I'm going to show you around a little bit and show you some of the details in the room, the decor details. It's just fun to see it on video for a change. So this is our whole space. It's a big room. It's a great room. I think technically a great room. It has very high ceilings that angle up. And we have our open staircase right here that goes upstairs. This is the garland that I added this year. And you can see, oh hi Nia. Just the little details I added. I didn't go as crazy this year with adding a bunch of stuff into the garland, but I really like how it turned out. Those bells are from Hobby Lobby, so are the berries, and this very like velvety ribbon is Amazon. And the garland is a cedar greenery that I found on Amazon as well. I did a video a few weeks ago comparing a bunch of different cedar garlands, and that was my absolute favorite. For the stairs, I want to do like a grid trim work project on here, but it's been years and I still have not tackled it. So we have these canvas prints from Amazon, and I just threw them in some frames that we already had. And there are probably 800 holes on that wall from different things over the years, but it's fine. It's fine. So these trees, I call them accordion. I don't know if that's what you call them. I have green, brown, and white. The white ones are in the kitchen, but they're so easy to store away. They're magnetized. So you just fold them up and they're super flat and take up hardly any space at all. I love them, but they're just a nice little accent. Hi, Boomer. Hi, Boomy. And I put them on both sides. I don't change out the decor in these bookcases or built-ins because there's just enough going on as it is. But I do like to add a little something to the top. Our table, coffee table. This is actually almost identical to what I have for fall. I have the same vase, ribbon. I just changed out the picks to cedar picks, and then put a Christmas candle, Christmas scented candle, and these kind of gilded pomegranates that I did a DIY on. They came in their, red color. They're plastic, obviously, and I painted those. Hey, Boomy. Here's a closer look at the fireplace garland. This is a mix of a lot of things. I have a ton of garland that I use every year. So some original garland, like cedar garland, you can kind of see it under there, was my base. And then I added some of the Amazon cedar garland and just draped it across the top. And then here and there, let me see if I can find them. These are picks from Hobby Lobby that just have pine cones and a pine greenery look. And I just kind of push those in here and there, all over the place. And then added a few bigger pine cones that we had, and these gold kind of sugared berries here and there. I didn't want it to be super colorful. Last year I did a lot of burgundy berries. This year I wanted to tone it down a little bit. And I didn't drape it a lot, I didn't swag it a lot, I just draped it across the top and then let it hit the floor, or go down to the floor. The bells I've had forever from Amazon. They come on a rope, and I like to change those out to just this velvety, pretty burgundy ribbon. The brass Christmas sign or garland is from Amazon. And I did change out the ribbon on this as well because I wanted to space out the letters a little more and make sure they stayed put. So not a huge deal, but you could leave it as is. I just wanted to make it fit the width of the fireplace a little bit better. So that is this year's fireplace. I love doing the mantle. It's my favorite part in this room, and I like doing it a little differently every year. And I really enjoyed putting this one together. Sleepy boy. Hi, Booms. This wall, I have my DIY picture ledges. These are super easy to make if you have any kind of DIY experience at all. If you make them yourself, they're so much cheaper than buying online. And I just did a little, like a couple little wreaths and ribbon on these. I love these little wreaths. I added a few little jingle bells last year and a little bit of ribbon. They're so cute. And these are actually napkin rings. So it's just a fun little touch. Let's go back over here. Hey, Boom. Got the Boomy's toys. Here's our beautiful tree. This thing is a stunner, and we just absolutely love it. I cannot tell you how many people think it's real, and I don't blame them because it's such an organic, realistic shape, and the tips of all of these branches are so real looking. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. This is a 10-foot, and it is a Fraser fir. I don't do a topper because I'm terrified to go all the way up there on a ladder, and I don't think it needs it, so I never do. Oh, I'm yawning. My goodness. I never do a topper on this tree, but it's kind of jewel tone. We have a lot of brown, gold, burgundy. What else? I have a few little wood stain touches. The berries are all over the place. We have these gold bells, and oh, I spray painted these, what are they called? Yeah, candles, tree candles, just recently, and I love how they look. I love them in this gold color. They come white, and they're fine. They look great, but I just wanted them to kind of go with the tree a little bit more. I should probably turn those on. Hold. There we go. Much better. They come with a little remote, and you can set them on a timer so you don't forget to turn them off and waste the batteries. This base for this tree I made years ago. I've never shared it on the blog. It's just 3 pieces of wood with hinges, and I painted it black and kind of added, like, I think it was rub and buff, like a gold rub and buff, to make it look kind of like wood. I don't know, pretty wood. And it works perfectly to hide that giant, we have a giant base for this tree, and I couldn't find anything that would work without spending a small fortune. So that folds up at the end of the season, and we keep it in the garage with all the Christmas stuff. But that is the tree. And then the last part of the room, these shelves. I got this from Home Goods years, oh my gosh, probably 10 years ago. And sprayed it a green color. It's called Vintage Vogue. It's a Benjamin Moore color, and it's the same color as my office. But I didn't do much on here. We have this beautiful, it's hard to see in there, but a brass nativity set. And I can't remember where I got it from, but I've had it for forever. And it's so, once you put it up, you cannot touch it because they will fall. So I thought this year I'd put them under this cloche the glass, and it's worked out really well. And then these are I think it's My Texas House wood bells from Walmart, and she has sold those for years. And this year I wanted to get rid of, they kind of look a little farmhousey to me, so I wanted to give them a little bit more of a glammed up look, and I spray painted them and then did the rub and buff to give it kind of a metal look. And I love how those turned out. But otherwise, we just have some greenery, night before Christmas art, and that is it over here. I think the only other thing I didn't talk about, Mr. Dog smashed the pillows, but these are all from, well, most of these are Amazon. The brown, the green, are all from Amazon. These printed pillows I absolutely love. They're such great quality. It's a really thick cover, and I got these at Home Goods probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I cannot find any more. I wish they had other options, but I just can't find them anymore. I would totally get one of those. But that is the tour. Got a bigger shot. It's one of my favorite views in our whole house. I love this room. It's so cozy, even though it's big. It just feels so warm and inviting, and we love it so much. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I'm glad I got to show you a little bit more detail, and have a great